The Doctrine of Basic Structure. Welcome students. Today we are delving into the fascinating world of the Doctrine of Basic Structure in the Indian Constitution. First, let's understand the basics. The Doctrine of Basic Structure restricts Parliament's power to amend the Constitution if it threatens its fundamental framework. This doctrine emerged from a series of historical cases, starting with the right to property and the first Constitutional Amendment Act of 1951. In the Shankari Prasad case 1951, the Supreme Court said Parliament could amend any part of the Constitution, including fundamental rights. In the Sajjan Singh case 1965, the court reiterated Parliament's amending power. But some justices had reservations about curtailing fundamental rights. In the Golknath case 1967, the court reversed the previous decisions, stating that Parliament couldn't amend the Constitution freely. In the Keshwanand case 1973, the court upheld Parliament's amending power but introduced the basic structure concept. In the Minerva Mills case 1980, the court emphasized the importance of judicial review as part of the basic structure. In the Vaman Rao case 1981, the doctrine of prospective overruling was introduced, limiting challenges to laws enacted after the case Vanan judgment. Although not precisely defined, it includes constitutional principles like democracy, federalism, secularism, and more. Now, why is this doctrine so important? It upholds constitutional ideals, safeguards constitutional supremacy, and preserves the separation of powers. Most importantly, it protects our fundamental rights and makes our constitution adaptable. But like any concept, it has its critics. Some argue it interferes with the separation of powers. The lack of a precise definition for basic structure leads to ambiguity, making it challenging to clearly identify its components. Recently, the doctrine has been employed in cases that some view as instances of judicial overreach. For instance, the National Judicial Appointment Commission Act of 2014 was nullified by the Supreme Court. The basic structure doctrine remains a beacon of hope, embodying enduring constitutional principles in India. A debate on its components and boundaries sparks reflection and reaffirms India's democratic ethos. Thanks for joining us.